Mr. Mayor. Thank you, residents who came down to speak tonight. I always appreciate your comments. I would like to agree with one speaker, Chris McAvoy, that I do believe the new policy stifles free speech. I can imagine if somebody's planning to come down and they're running late and maybe the kids have to eat or have their homework and that's something they really want to do, but they know they're running late and they're thinking, oh, you know, I won't get into the first 10 anyway, so I'm just not going to come. And I think we value free speech and the freedom of the press, our freedoms. I'm sorry that the mayor was offended, and that's not for me to defend or not defend, but it is free speech and it is freedom of the press. And when you're a public official, my goodness, when I was on the school board, the things that were said about me, I had 5 kids. I still have 5 kids. You know, my mother, bless her heart, would, oh, Wendy, why don't you quit? They're saying terrible things about you in the newspaper. And I just, you know, I kept keeping on to do my job that I signed up for to serve. And that's part of it. And yes, our families do. Sometimes, I know my daughter at Ensign had to suffer some things. So, you know, it's not the end of the world, but when you are elected, that's part of what you sign up for. As I have learned in almost 20 years of being elected public servant.
Ms. Leece, you want to tell me to be compared to Adolf Hitler is
excuse me, I'm talking.
You can talk and you continue. I just want to get that clear for the record that you're saying that being compared to Adolf Hitler is fine.
No,
it's just freedom of speech. It just goes with the job. That's what you said. It just goes with the job.
What I'd like to talk about now is the ethics policy. And yes, that was pulled, and maybe Mr. Hatch will elaborate on why. But I read it, and I had some concerns, mainly to make it a little bit stronger and more substantial in some areas. So it will be coming back. It's pretty thorough, actually, if those of you who have read this first version. But I hope, I think Ms. Guinness had some comments too, that when it comes back it will be even better and a higher standard. You know, we do have other standards in the municipal code. We are to follow the Robert's Rules of Order and not interrupt people. And we are to be respectful and courteous and to pay attention to what we're doing and not be texting or other things. In other words, there's a lot of requirements and standards that as servants of the public, we're held to a higher standard. So I think that the ethics policy will help all of us to just keep in our own lane and do the right thing.